would like Boston to look and feel like the city that it is. This is a city that is a quarter Black. It's a city that's 20% Latino. It is a city that is very much made up of people of color who are powerful, creative, and smart people who deserve the proper representation creatively, visually, and in civic engagement.
So Phillis is an inspiration for many people because, as we know, 250 years ago, as much as we struggle now, the struggle was even more intense then. How is she an inspiration for you personally?
I mean, she's one of our original poets, and to have gone through what she went through as a child, and then to be a poet and understand the immense power of voice creates a legacy for us all, to know what it means to persist, to resist, to understand the power of arts, of words, and the legacy of poetry as a tool of the revolution.
So Phillis inspired your writing generally, but also specifically, because I understand you too are a poet.
Yeah, I was a poet as a child, nowhere near as gifted as Phillis Wheatley. Oh no, I was writing about like peanut butter, and I had the privilege to write about peanut butter jelly sandwich and things like that. But I will say that that is the work, the work of Phillis Wheatley, the work of Langston Hughes, the work of James Baldwin, Toni Morrison, Zora Neale Hurston, Gordon Parks, Romare Bearden, like all of these amazing creatives that all came after Phillis Wheatley. Definitely informed the work I do in knowing that, she could create the way she created despite everything that was happening.
As a pioneer yourself, as a trailblazer, what do you see as the way how have you succeeded in pushing forward in spite of all the obstacles we still face as Black women artists, storytellers, writers?
I consider it a push forward anytime I can open the door for someone else, anytime I can create space and agency for us to reclaim our narratives and reclaim our art, our creativity, our joy, our love, our beauty. That is where I relish in the progress. Anytime I go in a room and I am the only one, I think to myself, one, I belong here, and two, how can I make sure that I'm never the only one again? And so that's kind of how I push forward in that legacy of space making.
And there's a lot of work that remains to be done in spite of all the success people like you have, and you inspire the next generation. If you were to look forward, what would you like to see in terms of a Boston cultural scene 50 years from now?
I would like Boston to look and feel like the city that it is. This is a city that is a quarter Black. It's a city that's 20% Latino. It is a city that is very much made up of people of color who are powerful, creative, and smart people who deserve the proper representation creatively, visually, and in civic engagement. So I would hope that instead of being a city that is consistently complicit in the narrative of white supremacy, that we would start to look and function as a city that represents the fullness of its citizens.
And Juneteenth is just around the corner. How are you celebrating?
Oh, I'm celebrating with joy. I'm celebrating with recognizing just how far we've come. We do have a long way to go, but I am consistently inspired by the way we use love as a language of liberation and joy as a tool of justice itself. So I plan to be in my joy and my laughter and all the beautiful Blackness of us.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. My name is Jenee Osterheldt, and this is Phillis Wheatley 250, Phillis Forever.